Welcome, we'll call the meeting to order at 6:01. Let's see, so we'll start off with funding. We really didn't have anything new to do right now, right? Is anybody else?
No, the only thing that I have for payment, so I can get the checks, done. It's I don't need it for the bus,
Okay,
so I just need signatures, so if I don't need it for the bus, and then I
Okay.
have the Thomas and the
yep,
Um,
so we can fill that out anytime, we just give them a check back in.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, so I just wanted to make sure I had the check in time,
Okay.
which we can wait to do with the
No,
Thomas.
no, we can fill that out.
Okay, so it's just say signatures. on
Yep.
the-
Okay. So, we have one, payment for Fisher Parks Company for $1,053. If I can get a motion to, pay that.
Motion to approve.
Second, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do that. And then I have a, motion for the Taunton City Band for $1,800. We get a motion
Motion
to,
to approve.
okay, second, all right, all in favor? Aye, all right. So those two goes to the so now. We don't have the. We're a little tied up today, or saying, with the money for that, but we still have,
I did not write the money.
That's okay.
I apologize.
nope, that's all right, we still have, until next month, we still have, money, we have 7,000 for this year. So, we'll, anybody have anything else on funding? No, okay. So. We'll skip ahead a little bit to the cookout. This year, Michael Matthew is going to take over being cookout. So he's going to, we'll let him know what we need, anything, and then he'll go from there and run that good side of it. If anybody have anything for him?
Would you still need the same order from last year for the food supplies, or is it one of the food?
He would like to know what that was, so we have all that, we
Okay,
can let him know.
sure.
And a note up it last year, with the anticipation of having more people for the dedication, yes. So I say we probably stay the same, and if I don't have out,
And it turns on and on down.
I haven't stopped off. Isn't that always a way? Yeah.
So it's in the
So I know last year, we had some, donations for the grills and stuff like that, so we checked with them and see if we're still gonna get that, we ended up having the, propane, we can, but we have that in the past, but we had to get it last year, last minute, and we got a last minute donation, which worked out, so we make sure that all that is taken care of ahead of time, and we don't have to worry about that. But we want to make it in the draft.
Which is bonus to pay for.
Last year, it was actually, New Weddington, came through for us right here, last minute. Before that, the vendor that was giving us the grill was, didn't have to.
What's it? Just two big jugs?
I believe it was either 2 or 3 of the 25, yes. But we plenty of notice, I believe like I said, we didn't have the donated. We get a payment of that.
Is it writing to them?
I believe that's in the, yeah. We put them. And the other fish on the other side, we need to let them know.
No, if he's taking it over, you know, I know there was a conversation about cooking times last year, but if he's gonna be the sole guy, and
Yes.
if he wants it all, then
Yep.
I'm sure he'll dictate, and he does a good job, so.
Yes.
So you see him as cool, right?
He does have somebody to do, yes.
Okay.
Is he finished?
I mean, see, that's it all, or?
What's that?
we're gonna have one more meeting.
Oh, we usually have two in May, so
Okay,
yeah,
so-
so we can have him
Yeah,
come into one of those.
I think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
See if you need volunteers.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, they definitely need volunteers for like wrapping and handing out and then cleaning up and stuff, but he may have his own cooking crew.
Yeah.
Administrator backed out.
He went away last year. Every other year he's helped out. Yes.
Yeah.
But he was away last year. Yeah. I don't know about this year, I was supposed to. Any luck at all with the National Guard as far as, this year?
So I followed up with them and have not heard back yet from the
Okay.
office, although when I sent in the request for it. Beginning. But I know a girl that works in that office there, so I'm pretty confident that hopefully that we will get, what, we asked for. And so I followed up and it's not going.
Okay.
Come up now, so
No, they're also for recruiting, so they're in office, so I also know a girl in recruiting, because I was in the National Guard. And she gave me the first sergeant that's in charge of the recruiting, so I texted him on his credit itself and asked him. I also followed up with him, if not, I thought it was not.
Okay.
Confirming the, enforcement.
I think that's a feature that we're been fortunate to get. Hopefully we do.
Right, yeah, it sounds like it's a really neat, option. If we don't get the officer reports, do you want to look at it together in like a jumping house or something? I don't know, I've never been, I don't know what the officer reports looks like.
Yeah, no, we'll might have to find something, other option.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, so I should know by next meeting.
Okay.
What's critical is it's anchored. There's one time I did have an information, unfortunately, started to float away on. You know that?
yeah,
Some years back.
so the issue with the town insurance doesn't cover anything.
Oh,
We're not allowed to run on,
oh,
so we'll have to look into that.
Okay.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
and then, Representative Lamatra's office, I invited her to join us and attend the massacre that was speaking.
She usually do a short speech.
She does,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah,
I
so
just
she-
didn't know
she
how to
does-
respond to it, I haven't been to the Kingston thing, so I will respond to her and let them know.
So as far as a chaplain, fire department's been working on a new chaplain, let me see what the process is. If we don't have one, and they are not available, then we're working, getting one in there.
A lot of the ministers.
Yes, that's what
Yeah, if they're about, before the holiday, for some to get away. Yeah.
So anything else with the ceremony time?
I'll reach out to the bagpiper.
Okay,
Shoot him a text. He's been, willing.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully nothing can.
okay.
Do you need the people there?
So you got a second one, right? So there's one bugler that comes with the buttons in there,
Okay,
and then last year, you got a second one that did the echo, which worked out
yeah,
great.
yeah,
I have to make sure that she's ahead.
Okay,
okay, so you have a people, so, because I have a people like contact on one of my lists, but it's not on my big long list, because I was, I didn't know if it was something.
It's Uber across America is the company for the organization. They don't charge for their service, but they gladly accept all acknowledge the story from it.
Was it my high school?
I did.
we've asked in the past, and we did have one that was pretty steady, and they have to call it. And they can get like that. Yeah, I don't know how that was. 6, 8 years ago at least, and we have on those, in forums. So I think actually we played in college, and then, we didn't hear from them again. don't know how active the last year, but I'm trying to get some.
For somebody for the school,
Yeah,
we have to volunteer hours.
yeah,
I'll reach out to the school.
okay,
I'm happy to do that, just to see. Because then if they, if we can schedule it, when we can train the next kid, you know.
Well, you call and you might wanna ask for volunteers too,
yes.
on the same line, if kids wanna volunteer for school hours.
Yeah, yeah,
Or like Camden or Hamburg and stuff.
right,
And the cleanup, set up, and like, we system that means.
yeah, Mark, Mark.
The senior ones, the ones you have.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks, okay, so yeah, that's on,
Yeah.
that's on my list.
Yep, freshmen, all of them, yeah.
Minutes. Denise Walls, ROLS, is the new, there is someplace.
okay,
She came for the dedication of the Kingston Dairy Line. And, we, I could say, it was basically the preliminary, soft dedication. And came for the wanted to like to. And it was fun. And we were
okay. There's one that comes on soon, and the least they apply, and I just think they know, and someone. So, anything else with the ceremony?
But I have, the Daughters of American Revolution, sent me an email asking if they can set up a video. Or do you want me to do that?
Oh, that's right.
It's okay, it's a bottom line. No, so, just, they wanted to set up a table because they were fundraising for Reach Across America. Like the local group, Daughters of American Revolution, and the Reach Across America puts a wreath on that. At the cemetery in Devon, so it's not, they're not sort of really harassing people for donations. Not everybody gets to read, if you didn't know that.
One thing we don't have, we don't have, Revolutionary War.
We do not, and, I actually was not across, committees, but I was just not reading the library the other day. For the 300th anniversary, I was like, what is that more,
Return to the number of grades there.
yes, and some actual stories. We actually have a general who, in the health back in French scholars, and then, but they're in that.
Gary also right now has tons of grants that we want and stuff like that, so it can also really do this.
Okay,
It's on the website.
okay.
Side note.
I think if that's not directly to Kingston, but I think it's great for, the Northern. I don't have a problem, with having them on the table, so nobody else does.
Right, with the cookout, they're not gonna be.
No, they'll be able to.
No,
go out there and
exactly.
do that, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, if we don't respond to that, then, yeah, let's see, you don't mind reaching back out to those,
No.
that's okay?
Large group, this, the one, and so if no one's ever have anything, we need people to show up, they'll show up and it's all we can do.
Okay. You know what you're doing, I think, too? Okay. That's something that's a good, helps to us in areas like that.
Oh, well, I didn't think about that yet. So Priscilla said that she's going to do the wreaths. She's gonna make the wreaths for us and Mike is going to put all the wreaths out again, like he's done every year. I don't have any contact info for the first guys for the flag, please.
Yes, so, Todd, no, they've heard that he does that.
Okay.
For, everything something, and then, Lenny wanted the electrician.
Yeah.
He did first and go.
Okay.
He hasn't, yeah, he'll probably mean to.
Okay, yeah.
So, who we have confirmed so far for the, parade, Noel Harbison and the World War II reenactors, the Star Spangled Singers event. So, did they have to say how many songs they would like to do? They usually, it's just for one and one. Or they do, usually take a couple of them, like the sister, pledge of allegiance and then the song.
They did not. So
Okay.
it's you want, I can ask.
Yeah, if we could just find that out like before our last meeting, so we can kind of let it down. So we have a Daisy Troop that's already participating. The Motorola Power Sport for the golf carts. They're going to be, participating, they just need to confirm the number of riders, closer to the event.
Also,
again,
like,
the golf carts.
Yeah.
So
in addition to the what?
in addition to the bus, yeah. So if we can, if we find out, how many veterans we make the money, and we can try to see, like, how many will be on the drawing and if any of them.
What we realized, the previous year, we did an RSVP for vets that need the knowledge, so we could get it count.
Yeah, I have a draft of the, postcard, so it's 2 pages, so I just wanted approval for that from you guys. And then I also did the, press release. This is a draft, so you can write all over it and make any changes, I pretty much am copying what has been happened in years past. So you can just say, we need the Sarah changed this line, and, we can change it, but not for that. And it does also that.
But the golf cart member says it was supply a couple of golf carts.
I think it's.
Big ones.
It is, the 4 or 6 person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year, you guys needed to have an overflow.
We
and they
did, and
volunteered.
then people were hesitant, but then we luckily kind of talked to people that were doing the reach in writing it, and it seemed to work out good.
Yeah.
We can get up to close like, so.
Right,
um,
so I just called them early and said, hey, our parade's gonna happen, if we need, overflow, you mind, would you be interested? And they said, sure, let's know how many you need. So we could all, you guys could all get individual ones. But it like, you know,
Some of you guys.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, we can confirm how many there is. I think they brought 2 last year and it worked out well.
Yeah.
We have another Brownie troop that's committed, a Daisy troop, our second Daisy troop, they're representing the natural, she had a question about the, evening, and then now we just approved the Daughters of the American Revolution. Okay. And I know the Boy Scout troop 49 will participate, and then that's not here, but he's been, getting this way everything, so that, and then we got put the reads already.
we have a woman that's on the garden committee for the county council.
Yep,
Come in and ask who's taking care of the memorial, yeah, like doing.
the 249 does that, and
Okay.
I know it's always last minute, but it's done usually the weekend before the
Okay.
weekend.
So it's very.
But if you, yeah, we should pause information, you know, how it's not being, we let you know for sure that they're doing it, but they show it during the time.
Okay, I don't know who does it, so I will find out, and she said if no one's doing it, she was willing to do it.
Okay. And just real quick too, if you speak to any of these groups that are doing any of the memorials, the, American Legion Post 108, they'll reimburse up to $100.
Okay.
For any product they get from fix their, memorial.
Mhm.
Thank you. Good luck. We already, look, senior center, we can take the weather.
Yeah, so I did that, so that's, it's both Justin's, part of the bad weather.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's in here somewhere.
It probably is. I didn't post it.
I didn't highlight it.
Anybody else have anything with all this year parade?
We wanna ask the Daughters of the Revolution if they want anyone to march in it. Are they big enough? What?
It's a good question, so I was gonna respond to them and say, I guess you're looking to set up your table and march in the parade with us.
Awesome.
Okay.
If that's good with you guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I mean, I wouldn't wanna give them half an invite, you know,
Right.
they're more than welcome, I don't know the size and, you know, just you're in the corner, but they're more than welcome if they wanna participate. Yeah. And participate for it.
Okay. And then my last, little thing, and this is just my, was the speeches and the schedule of events for the day, they're all in there, but you make your own.
I do that in Thailand, I did the meeting before.
Okay, and then I just give a copy for this.
So
So,
I say something,
yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to welcome Sarah, to this meeting. And her new veteran service officer for the Kingston. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm excited to be here.
The man of the hour.
Oh, boy. Well, everybody is in there, huh?
Yeah. That's why the door is getting close.
Oh, we should have asked him if he was cooking.
Right.
Hey, you realize you're blushing?
Do I?
Yeah.
Do you want,
Yeah.
just,
You want in?
Yeah.
Hate for me?
Yeah, are you around this
Yeah.
Memorial
Oh, I'm
Day?
sorry.
Yeah, anyway, are you around this Memorial Day? Okay. Huh? Yeah, I'm in, all right, absolutely.
And we voted already for guest speaker.
Out here?
Yeah.
Negative.
There's somebody much better than me.
That or a big drum, get you in the front.
Oh, get that.
I'll have you back. Come get it.
I'll come back.
I got you back.
See you later around.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks.
no, I'd love to do the cooking.
That's great. Thank you.
If you need somebody else, bring off, don't call somebody else.
All right, well, we do have someone that's gonna be running it, so I'll have him get in contact.
Paul,
He's out, yes.
we have, food stuff, you know, where you're gonna get that?
Yeah, we're in the process of organizing that right now.
Yeah, whatever you need, we're gonna.
I got the other phone,
Which one?
the one that just retired.
Mr. Basil?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd love to do it. I can ask him if you like.
I thought that was
Yeah, you're a
the
neighbor.
neighbor now, yeah.
Thanks. All right, guys, good to see you. You too.
So one thing I know we discussed this, when we started meeting this year is, we need to get more participation from, at least bystander involvement, I know, so, I did, we've always done this, I think we should continue to do this in the newspaper, but, maybe if we can put out an email blast to the rec department, they have, thousands of emails. that they send out.
There's a violent police, they had their own website.
Well, we have websites, but they're all linked off the town websites, they don't, but we all have like Facebook pages.
Yeah,
So we can get to each of the
Yeah.
different groups and have them put that out as well, and, try to get some more participation along the way.
Yeah.
We could just say, by standard, audience participation, enthusiastic. Welcome.
And we're not the biggest upgrade, so people don't know about it, by the time they see it here, it's coming by, it's already over, you know, so. If we let people know ahead of time.
It seems to have grown.
It, it's gotten weaker along the parade route, and it's grown along this section.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Main Street, you're seeing it by.
thank you, yeah, that whole hill was always broken.
Yep, okay.
are there any other groups in town that march, like youth groups and sports teams or anything like that?
Yes, we offered out to the sports teams, I thought. Did you do that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was this year or not, that someone volunteered or not. Yeah, we need to check with the sports groups.
Okay.
You know, in past that they have,
Yeah.
some years they march, some they have.
Yes,
Right, probably depends if they're sports that day, or how many kids will show up. I will, reach out to all the sports groups.
Okay,
And I'll reach out to the schools too for volunteers and tell them that they're some March with the parade class, right? We make this, because I have those signs.
yes.
And I have the little hand flags to hand out.
Yep.
But sports.
And,
I want it. I know what, for the ground, if I was a hammer, you know.
You have a banner, I believe in, if it was, you know,
It's so good.
and I know, they always participate, but we can send out, like, an official email to the selectmen. Yeah, see. I can do that too,
You know, like, they can always, with those golf carts, they can always like ride on it, but like a.
they wait till March,
Okay.
but yeah, no, it doesn't matter either way.
they need to prove their fit.
Anything else?
You, excuse me, if you include the audio system up front,
What we,
is there anything tied in with?
last year worked better because we moved everything forward.
Yeah.
And that seems to work out.
So we're using the
they were-
same system.
We're using the same system, yeah, they didn't have a purpose, but they didn't fight against it. But,
Well,
veterans,
because we had such good results from last year,
okay,
yeah, what the veterans work group was considering was doing, maybe purchasing, you know, a karaoke system or something for that system. So if those who are reading or speaking of prayer,
yep,
that others could hear it,
okay,
which I feel ought to be for you.
Right.
But,
Especially if people get down on the other side,
yeah,
they're not gonna hear anything,
no,
right?
yeah.
But there's no, wasn't it on 316?
no, we
have one.
do, it was just, it depends how it's set up, if we do it after or it's just, we weren't able to hear. A lot of times in the past, the buildings are shut down, so you have traffic back and forth, and you couldn't hear. But last year, it seems that we situated, as long as you have the podium and, the microphone in front of everything, it actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So, we made it to test out that one, but
You just can't have the speakers very close to the microphone because they would reverberate.
we were also trying to get the speakers out in front to make it sound better, but it was actually doing the opposite.
Okay.
So we kept them behind us. We kept, I think, the speakers in the same spot, but we actually moved the podium on in the grounds, and that made it a lot better. Yeah.
We don't have to be in the grass, area, we can be on the concrete.
Well, that's what my next question was. We didn't have the memorial last year. So are we going to regulate? Would you want people in there?
We did have the memorial.
Well, it wasn't completed.
It was dirt,
still
so
under
nobody was
construction.
getting right. Yeah,
So we need to,
They will be, what we want to have is any handicapped folks. To have spaces for their wheelchairs or if they have walkers, they're welcome to the bench.
right, well, I'd like to discuss that, so it's not in the morning that we're offending people with people crowded and I don't know if you still have meetings discussing that, but
We do.
if you would like to bring that up and ask them,
I can ask for the help from the work group to augment that.
I mean, if they,
Take it off your plate.
are we having National Guardsmen participate in the parade?
we're not sure yet. We haven't-
Because I know they had the trucks last year,
Yeah,
because we could try to set them up around that with the handicap.
they're not always available.
Yeah.
They're actually there for the truck, so, if we have them, that would be great.
You know, some sort of tribute, but just so we don't have an overflow of different people, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they don't belong there, but I don't know what everyone, you know, thinks of. Are we gonna leave it open?
I don't want people, kids climbing over, or trying to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
I think with the plaza,
Keep it
the
respectful.
monument there, we would like to invite the veterans. To be on the plaza as opposed to,
instead of sitting there.
underneath that. That has to do with sun.
Yeah.
How hot
Weather,
it is.
yes.
If it's gonna be blazing hot, then we need to use that shelter. And
I just want to keep it respectful, that's all.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they. Well, that we go to executives.
we're used to it.
Yeah.
And what we do is we move the chairs from the whiteboard room out there underneath the views. And we usually get close to 50 events right
Oh,
now.
Give it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that works out
But
great.
we can do both though, if people, if that's want to sit at the plaza, or if that's want to sit at the roof. I think they're welcome to the front.
It really, we just want to open the plaza really to everybody. So maybe senior citizens will be there.
Yeah,
I just want to, like I said, keep it respectful, that's, you know, it's
See,
not.
they cannot qualify for that.
Yes.
so do you guys get your own golf now?
Oh,
We should.
I like that. I like that.
No.
Land Marshall. So, was the postcard okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
beautiful.
And then this one's good too, okay.
So yeah, if you don't have National Guard members, you really possibly get some people from the committee and we go, maybe put the memorial safety together. And maybe use. Your own labor.
We may want to RSVP for trolley space. Maybe. They're very specified.
Oh, to RSVP people, right?
Yeah, for RSVP, trolley.
Yeah.
No.
And then the fellow on service, they go in,
Yeah, 27 seats,
they'll come back.
We know that.
See, it's gone. I
Trolley,
didn't come back.
trolley
Yeah.
space,
Oh, the signs that the town had, the highway.
yes.
Can we utilize those maybe for like a week beforehand, if there's gonna be a Memorial Day parade? There's, like, you know,
Oh, get
I see they
the-
set it up down in center sometimes,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
or
the,
ask the library to,
Yeah,
put it up at the transfer
electronic
station.
signs, yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Sure.
Great.
I
Yeah.
use them, they're fun.
And I know that you wanted.
Other than work
signs.
ahead, work area ahead. You're gonna be here for 2 weeks.
We could probably see if we have permission on, put something up on.
Yeah,
homes.
yeah, okay.
I don't know what the, you know, what the final delegation for those are. I heard they are gonna put messages on the new door.
So there's, again, there's two of them that are gonna have, semi-permanent banner for the 300th anniversary. But there's other ones as well.
Maybe, you know, someone in the 300.
What we do now. Getting that done.
You should be selling those 300 sweatshirts you got.
So actually, I know it was allowed last year, we're gonna have the dollars resolution, remind if they, committee sets up this year again. Oh, we have to go down, not on front.
Fantastic.
And actually, it won't be just a demonstration, it'll actually sales.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to raise money there.
So, anything else we can put in? At this point? I will bring in, like the notch for the next. If
Yeah.
Steve's available next
I
meeting. so
think,
we can-
yeah, that's a great thing, just for the.
And then, so guest speaker, if you don't hear anything from the National Guard by the next meeting, we have some thoughts on the guest speaker. Awesome. They do, huh? Awesome.
I agree with the senior chiefs. Who do that.
Master
I
senior
was
chief.
a commander.
Master, that's it, my bad, my master came to see you, bad, even,
We'll see, it might be a possibility.
yeah.
We can convince them to do something.
Then we had the commander one, Gary, that.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
I would consider it.
Yes.
I can't commit. It has to do with a family member who's not doing it.
Okay.
Out of state, so we're gonna respond this year as we can.
But you would consider,
Pardon?
but you would consider it.
Okay. Okay. So, I do want that from you. Sorry, you already know, please? Anybody have any other new business?
There's no military chaplain, you know?
Sure.
Doesn't have any military chaplains.
They're assigned, military chaplains are reservists. And they belong to like Quincy
Do you have to have a vote
or
like the state?
or something like that.
There's a church in Duxbury that has a active duty chaplain that is, it's kind of like a, I think it's like an internship. Like, and I know it's pretty late.
Yeah, we usually have good luck doing that. Comparing nothing on new business, do you want to, so do you want to, tomorrow is the 26th, yeah? So. Do we want to do 2 weeks out and then see if we need to do something the following week, last minute? And, 2 weeks from today is the 13th. And that was fair.
13? Sure. I can be available.
All right, so we can, we'll start with the 13th, and if we need to do it shortly in the following week, we can call it up. Okay. Yep,
Same time.
6 o'clock, is that what we're doing?
Yeah. You're not doing it tonight.
No, I don't know what happened, but, he actually, said 6 o'clock was good, because it's local now. I didn't think it's something.
I myself, if my wife did not work for the town, I probably would not have made it.
I actually got the agenda right this time. So May 13th, that's 6 p.m. If anybody has anything they want to add, you can just, thank you.
Right behind it, so it's going to be.
Okay. I'll try to stop it.
I have a pretty good last one, it's long, things I need to do.
You like this music. All right, so if there's nothing else, we want to motion to adjourn.
I'm really very.
Second.
All in favor?
Bye.
All right, thank you, everyone.